Welcome back to Dracon's Plays, God of War. Alright, so we are closing in on the end of this. On to Jotunheim, and the end of our journey. Baldur's dead.
Let's sort you out.
Modi and Moody are dead.
Whatever.
No one left to get in our way. Freya currently can't do anything to us directly.
I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Well, if things work according to plan. Go ahead and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way. Probably.
Boy, ahead. Get ready.
Oh, right. Got it. Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Too late.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Now, boy.
You okay, Mimir? Mimir?
We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
It doesn't open into Tyr's temple.
A word, please, before we continue.
Yes?
Listen, the last thing you two need up there is a decomposing heat ruin in the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to fight...
My lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry,
Huh?
we had to see this.
Guys?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ah, fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't.
Okay.
Ready.
No Mimir for then.
Come.
Don't flatter yourself, old boy.
Jotunheim. Huh. Interesting. So, no map completion here. Temple is not actually on the map. This place is beautiful. Very, very gold. This what you wanted, Fee? Faye. I think it's Faye. Is this what you wanted? Whoa. Okay. Is this what she wanted? That's a transition. Here's where that portal let out.
Look! We're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
Yes, we did. Huh.
doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
He's removing the bandages.
Can we go now? We're so close.
The scarring on his arm from the chains.
Boy,
He's gonna let him carry them the rest of the way.
carry her.
Just magically put the gauntlets back on. Interesting.
Boy,
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
That's a good point.
Hello? Anybody here?
what is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all.
What happened here?
Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
New lore entry. Midgard was a dream of what could have been if we shared and collaborated Jotunheim, Asnir, Vanir, Elf, Dwarf, and Mortal most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone is capable of sharing. Some believe anything uncontrollable is savage and threatening. And no, we were mocked. And so we were mocked, and tricked, and used, and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realms. But it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our numbers in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw. Will yet any live to do so? Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could. They got away with everything.
Where are they now?
The giants came back home so they could survive. But I'm not sure they did.
Yeah.
Huh. Who's the guardian?
One left? Or are you talking about Tyr? Because I thought Tyr was super dead. We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The way must be shut. The serpent and the guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the guardian return. Until then, we wait a better world. One without fear, without greed, without war. We wait for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for a word that gods grow good. Hope the world gets here soon.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
Yeah. The frame rate is choppy in here, isn't it? Every time I turn the camera, just choppy frame rate. Whoa!
Wait! Father! Something's happening.
The axe. Faye.
It's your axe.
Faye's axe.
Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants?
Apparently. That would explain why she knew so much.
That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings.
Huh.
This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
Huh.
You didn't know. She was a giant.
Okay.
I'm a giant.
You're the last one, aren't you?
Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons.
The journey. That's why.
Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us,
Huh.
I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet.
Heh.
Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
What? That looks like Atreus standing over Kratos' body. Okay. Scatter her ashes. Frame rate's better here. Alright, so that was just the room of frame rate tanking. That's fine.
She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us. Leading us home. Let's finish it.
Yes. Huh. This is it, isn't it? Oh. That's the portal, and there are a bunch of bodies. Like, they're all over the place. Way in the distance. In the foreground. They're all dead.
Father,
No. We do it together. Son.
Huh.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And for
Yes.
mortal.
Right.
Yes.
I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me Loki?
Whoa.
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But
Really?
why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Loki? What? Okay, you're just gonna drop that little bomb with no... Okay. Last wish. Mother's ashes.
Guess it all makes sense now. Why she want to end up here?
Return to
Be with her kind?
credits?
But did she know it was going to be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people?
Huh.
Keep it a secret.
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh.
These drops are not great for this type of moment. I was not expecting credits to be like this. Just playing a game with credits. I can't do any
So,
moves.
why'd you want to name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
The Great Warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times.
Huh.
He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Huh.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Lumir missed it.
That was a good one. Huh. Yeah. I do know they have plans for more games. Be interesting to see where they go. We'll probably get something on the entire Loki thing. Thor and Odin were never actually seen in this game. We got a statue of Thor, but nothing of Odin. Do the credits not advance until I do? Because I think it's been stuck on that one for a bit. Yeah, now they're advancing again. Okay. This is a weird
I
credit
understand
sequence.
if you want to go home, but I bet there's still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Ha.
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
Right?
The warm confines of anywhere bloody else.
Why would they just go crazy measuring his head? Explore with Atreus. Continue exploring, complete dwarven favors, free dragons, travel to Muspelheim and Niflheim. Find new items in the shop to get powerful equipment that will allow you to defeat all the legendary corrupted Valkyries. New Game Plus allows you to start a new game while maintaining your equipment, XP, hack silver, and purchase items. New Game Plus can be accessed anytime from the game's option menu. New Game Plus. I have 50k XP again. Okay. Niflheim would be next for me, cleaning up stuff. I'm curious about Brock and Sindri. Alright, so it's something about new equipment. So I want to check that out. See if Brock and Sindri have anything. No dialogue.
Wait. A voice. From the sword. It says we can go this way.
Voice from the sword?
Let's get to it.
Buy resources. Hardened steel. That's it? That's the only addition to the shop? I mean, sure, I guess.
Next time, I guess.
Alright. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna, stop this one here for now. And I'll be coming back in the same episode, to take down the Valkyrie Queen and wrap up the game. So anyways, see you guys in just a second. For you anyways. Don't know how long it'll be for me. Bye. Alright, and I am back. So I just wrapped up Muspelheim, however the heck you say that. I returned to Niflheim and I did a little bit more Mist Echoes. So I ran the circuit and upgraded my armor, so we are now maxed. level 8 across the board. We're up to level 9. And look at those stats. Like, man. My runic is super high, which is good because a lot of my damage comes from runic. Speaking of which, I need to switch. Yeah, because that one... Yeah, that one's good against that. Anvil has a lot of... high damage, long time to get it back, though. River of Knives is the one I want. Alright. Icarus Storm is okay. That's pretty decent. Spartan Charge is the one I... Distant Closer, nice big hit. Prometheus Flame. Not too much damage on that thing, a lot of burn. That's not great. Alright. Hyperion Slam is okay. Hyperion Slam, I think, just because of the recharge time on it. Yeah. And then... Crows... The wolf has better stun, so that'll stun lock her a bit. Okay. Yeah, that's the way to go. So anyways, when I accidentally went to warp to Midgard instead of Niflheim, and it started giving me dialogue, so I reloaded my save. So I'm probably going to get dialogue this time.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you likely realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder comes from chaos. Stuff.
Omens for the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers.
Huh.
And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok. No snow.
Aye.
Huh.
Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
Killing Balder? Because Balder's death...
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just
Huh.
no. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason? Guys, just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah,
Sure.
we heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving. And also, to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
Sure.
Now you're talking.
Alright, nothing new.
Suit yourself.
No new dialogue. Okay, so Ragnarok is starting. We finished the main story, though. Lighting change. And we do got snowfall. Interesting. super not what I was expecting. Huh. They were not... Like, there is already a whole bunch of setup for a sequel here. They already had stuff to run off of. Because they had things like Thor and Odin unseen in the game. But it's like, yeah, we have stuff with Ragnarok starting. Freya's not happy with us. It's like, yeah, oh boy, things are starting to kick off, aren't they? Like, they're really setting up a sequel. Alright, so as you can tell, I am returning to the Queen Valkyrie, because that is all I have left, really. And I do know there is a secret ending. So, here too, eh? So I am going to be doing that. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yes! First try after coming back. There we go.
Thank you, friends.
100% complete!
The Valkyrie.
Yes!
Sigrun, how did this happen?
Mimir, is that you? You have been freed, but
Freedom comes at a price, milady.
you speak truly.
Hmm.
Countless winters we served the All-Father, but only through his union to the Queen did we ever taste some measure of freedom.
Oh.
But aren't you the queen?
There has only been one Queen of the Valkyries, the goddess Freya.
Really?
When Odin severed her wings, I served in her absence, but it wasn't enough for the All-Father. He
Really?
used an archaic piece of magic, corrupting my sisters. I tried to contain the damage by imprisoning them in places where they could cause no harm, but soon I lost myself as well.
Sigrun, I'm sorry for being so worthless. I could have done something, or tried at the very least. What will you do now?
I must reunite with my sisters. Together we can restore balance to the realms. You have the eternal blessings of the Valkyries.
Thank you. The final helm. Just hammer space it. That's fine.
Well, we did it. I suppose.
Chooser of the slain. Or chooser of the slain.
About anything when you're a reanimated head.
Father and son.
I'm grateful
Yeah!
we were able to set the
Platinum.
Valkyries free. But so much of this could be avoided. Only.
You said it yourself, Ed. It does not matter anymore.
Perfect
The
steel.
past is the past.
Well, that's awfully cheerful coming from you.
I am in a
Standard
good mood.
steel.
The dwarves will make use of this helm.
Your dad's a wee bit single-minded, isn't he, lad?
Definitely.
Heh. Temporal stone. Chance to temporarily slow nearby enemies when damage is taken. Really? Retribution. Epic pummel. R1 axe throw and recall become incredibly powerful. Low chance to strike with massively damaging explosion on any successful hit. Damn. Alright, so he said there was more stuff from Rock and Sindri. 100%. Damn. What was actually that last thing? Defeat the Valkyrie Queen. Fair enough. Still got a couple of labors left. I actually know where these are. Let's go ahead and just do that. That one I don't care about. But might as well. I mean, we've done so much else. We might as well just completely finish this game. Take care of all the big stuff. So a little bit of a victory lap. I cannot believe how well that fight actually went against the Valkyrie Queen. Just first try. Just that little bit
Wait.
stronger.
So Freya is the Valkyrie queen? She never told us. You never told us.
Explain yourself, Ed. Or are you bewitched again?
Not at all. Freya was Queen of the Valkyries at one point. Part of her marriage dowry included overseeing the Valkyries themselves. As a powerful Vanir goddess, they revered her. I never knew how much until now.
Oh, okay. I love how he gasps every time. Where is he? There he is. Final troll. Okay. Death Eater. Death Eater indeed. He ate death. Troll's toll. Another runic attack. And this is part of the reason I went after them. That looks cool. Alright. Okay, so big burn damage. Alright, I was not expecting to find a troll. Alright. Let's see. So now we have 2 ancients to take down. These are also just gonna be, like, easy victory laps. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes just making it a little bit darker.
What's that down there?
Adding the snow. Alright. So one of the ancients is down this way. Now...
Mir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions.
Heh.
Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. I used to think he never caught on, but the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Interesting. It's crazy that we have more boat dialogue. Alright. Well, I am working on against the wall a little bit there, aren't I? None of those counted! None of those counted. God damn it.
Done.
Those, at least one of those was super a wall pin game. Easy. Hello. Fire Sigil of Might. Okay. Let's see. That last one... Oh, actually.
Let's do it. What the fuck ever?
Huh. I guess I have to meet them in the other location. Alright, where was that other one? Iron Cove we already got. Damn it, I looked this up, and I had it. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's right near there. I was actually looking at it previously. Alright. This is semi-annoying. Because I have to go to the nearest portal. Then we can warp directly there. Then we'll stop in, visit Brock and Sindri. And this lake obviously did not change, which does indeed make sense. Alright. Now then, let's see.
Brothers, there's another thing I must let you know. From the time you were away in Jotunheim.
Well, tell us then.
It concerns Freya.
Okay.
She paid me a visit.
What did you tell her?
Really?
What little I know about where Odin may have kept her Valkyrie wings.
Ah,
Seems she's
crap.
rather bent on reclaiming her warrior spirit. I'm afraid the cycle of vengeance may not be so easily broken.
Well, there's another sequel set up. Freya's gonna be one of the villains. Oh, that's fun. She's gonna come after us and potentially Odin. Alright.
Give him one more.
Easy. I actually missed him earlier in the game. That's that. The only thing I didn't do was against the wall ones, which apparently don't register correctly. Nice little victory lap. Alright. Let's go visit Brock and Sindri. Because, yeah, Kratos said something about them being able to do something with the helm.
Know any more stories, Mimir?
Of course, laddie, and yours for the asking. But I prefer the boat. In here is distracting.
Heh. Okay. Is that a hint that this place is out of dialogue? Well, any teleportation? Okay, so we have more boat stories. I wonder if any of them are going to be important. Or is it all just gonna be, like, just generic Norse mythology? Or is it gonna be more stuff like, oh, Freya's a Valkyrie and she's gone to get her wings back? It's like... Because, yeah, that makes a huge, huge difference. Because if it's more sequel hook stuff, then I would like that dialogue. If it's not...
So how was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating him.
Brock, you knew?
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all berserk with our hammer.
Though in the end, it seems, she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the last chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before.
Okay then, so... Yeah, these guys knew what was going on the entire time!
To work it is!
Oh, I thought you guys were supposed to have new stuff. Great. Well, so much for that. Oh, sell her helmet, because it's actually another...
You got a fine deal there.
I now have over 1 million hack silver. Good, and...
Yeah, check back soon.
Nothing I really want to do with it. Okay, so apparently there's more boat stories? Because all I really got left is potentially boat stories and then going back to our home for the secret ending. Because I've done pretty much everything else in the game. I suppose I could technically grind out the remaining armor sets and upgrades and all that, but meh.
There's something down there.
Do these guys not have more stories? I thought you...
Mimir.
Okay, thank
I don't
you.
get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious. The Aesir gods were as powerful a force as I'd come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well. That's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
Well, the only problem is now you're just perpetually ahead. Alright. So, are there more boat stories? Alright, let's see if I can get one more boat story. If it's not anything big, then we'll go ahead and finish this. Of course, it might be a little bit before they start talking, because that seems to be the case most of the time. Let me just go around the lake farming resources that I honestly don't need. Okay, I guess that's it for boat stories. Seems like it. Alright. I guess then let's go ahead, land on the beach, hit the portal, work back to our home. So I don't know anything in the secret ending. I happened upon a spoiler-free article that, like, it literally said spoiler-free hidden ending guide. I'm like, hello! And it super was a spoiler-free ending guide. Or hidden ending guide. So that's cool. Home. Ha! I never noticed that. I like that it's just called home. Alright, so we exhausted boat dialogue. We've exhausted all of Brock and Cinder's stuff.
Mimir, what did you call Mother? Laufey the Just? Did you know her?
I never had the pleasure. Laufey was a rumour in the halls of Asgard. A giantess warrior who thwarted many an Aesir god's plans. Freeing those who they would enslave, feeding those who they would starve, generally making a nuisance of herself in the most noble of ways. Thor was terribly frustrated he could never find her to fight. Once my imprisonment began, I could only wonder what became of her, and who she would turn out to be. Yours is quite a singular lineage, lad.
Interesting. That feels like very appropriate dialogue to end off on, as far as that goes.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
Still a bunch of damage from Balder.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Good luck with that if it's 3 years.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Heh. Years later. What?
The ball.
Thor? Oh. That is a sequel hook and a half right there. Oh, and we get the end part of the credits. Nice. Alright, so anyways, that was the new God of War game. If you want to put a number on it, I guess God of War 4, technically. Because there are 3 main games, and then 2 spin-offs, which I believe are prequels. Very, very well done. I very much enjoyed this. Few minor gripes here and there. Let's get those out of the way first. So, a lot of the enemies only have a handful of attacks. Like, there's a lot of enemies that only have, like, 2 moves, for instance. So there's just a lack of moveset variety on the enemies. There's also a lack of variety enemy-wise. There's not too many of them. Then again, as far as that goes, I've been spoiled by the Souls games where they just go absolutely insane putting in unique enemies with pretty large movesets. Yeah. One of the other big things is there aren't many real bosses in this. Yeah, it's like you have Baldur, you fight him 3 times. The Troll, I guess, is kind of like a mini-boss, and there's 10 of them in the game. Let's see. The Valkyries are kind of weird as far as that goes. Each one is a legitimate boss fight, but they're all super similar. Even the Valkyrie Queen, she is just all of their movesets mashed together into one. Let's see. There was Magni and Moody. That was a unique one-time boss fight. The Dragon. That was another one. Was that all of the boss fights? Yeah, I think so. And that's part of the problem, as far as that goes. Some of the music tracks in this game are very good. Like, the one playing right now is pretty good. The one that played in the, like, opening and used it at the end of the game, too, is pretty solid. But the problem is, outside of that, the music is either non-existent or just there. Not particularly noteworthy. Let's see. Enemies are just huge damage sponges. They just take so many hits. I'm playing on the balance difficulty. The, essentially the second easiest, I guess you would say. There's only 4, but... And it's like, there's still a bunch of enemies that are way too spongy. In this game's level system, it scales way the heck too hard. The difference between one level is way too big, it feels like. And then on top of that, apparently there's a hidden system where it's like, yeah, if their health bar is purple, you get a damage nerf. But if their health bar is green, you get a damage buff. And it's just... that just makes that problem even worse. And I can't even imagine the other difficulties. Because, yeah, from what I've heard, the difficulty above this, Give Me a Challenge, is just a damage adjust. Like, enemies have more health, and do more damage. And then Give Me God of War, apparently there's unique enemy formations, and they did stuff like that. But just ludicrous amounts of health. I have not really seen any of it myself, and I really don't want to play on those difficulties. This one was alright, anyways. Yeah. Besides that, not too many other big glaring problems I can see with the game. Beyond that part, let's get into some of the stuff I really enjoyed. So to start with, the base combat just felt good. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the dodge, but as I got used to it more, and found that double tapping almost every time is way better. I wish it was just a roll instead of the weird, like, dash and then the roll. When I finally got the enhancement that made me dodge farther and faster, it's like, okay, now this is the thing. But yeah, the base combat felt really good. Unlocking like new skills and building up your moveset meant you were actually learning the stuff. You weren't just like dumped with 100 moves on you and you only use a handful because you're not comfortable with the rest. Having this system where you use XP to buy new skills and just adding a move or two at a time. So then it's like, oh, you just start adding them to your moveset and trying them out. There are some moves I never really used, like the axe throw in general. The aiming was a little too slow, I found. A little too slow and precise for, like, heat-of-the-moment combat. Pretty good at taking out, like, ranged enemies or, like, the nightmares. So, yeah. I ended up not using a lot of the skills that was related to throwing the axe. I also didn't use a lot of the stance changes because the delay was really big. So it's like you're taking a moment out of the combat to do a delay move to get just different moves, and they don't really do that much more damage. So it's not particularly worth it, at least for the way I play. Yeah. I enjoyed, like, the progression system of this game. Like, the skills, being able to upgrade the skills, the runic attacks, picking ones you like, upgrading them, the 3 unique armor slots, and then as you go in, you start getting more and more enhancements, and then you really start getting the numbers game going a bit. I really do enjoy upgrade systems in, like, progression in games, and figuring it out, and then, like, min-maxing a bit, and, like, getting it to work, and try to match my playstyle. Which is why you saw me put a lot into things like attack and runic. And a lot of things just had good defense, so I just had a crap ton of defense at the end. Sorry. Yeah. The story was very, very well done. The, Kratos' character growth was amazing. The interactions between Kratos and, I almost just said boy, Atreus, like, their relationship and back and forth was amazing. And then when they brought Mimir in and you had that going, he was a blast to have in the party. Brock and Sindri were great. Baldur was a great villain. Like, he had character to him. You've got to know his motivations. And they started really dropping those motivations. Like, first fight with him, when you first meet him, they start dropping that. And his personality was just really strong. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the next God of War game, and there's definitely going to be more. They've already talked about they have plans for a few more games. And they were lining stuff up in this one. Like, at the very end, they just built up a ton of stuff for a sequel. We already talked about that a bit, but stuff with Freya, we got Thor, and those two will definitely be a big part of the next one. The question, though, is Odin. Is Odin gonna end up being, like, a real part of the next game? Or is it gonna be building up for Odin for, like, a third game? And have, like, a trilogy of Norse mythology? So, yeah, they might go for that, where you have, like, a trilogy of Greek mythology, trilogy of Norse, and then maybe they move on to another mythology? They had big drops for Egypt in Tyr's temple. Like, you had the Egyptian, like, pharaoh headpiece, and Mimir talked about the land of sands. So they already have a hook there for Egypt. In some of the art stuff, they, like the thing where they showed Tyr visiting different realms, they had, like, Kratos' God of War symbol. They had Egypt, Mesoamerica, and, like, a Celtic symbol. Apparently is what all those were. So it's like, they're really teasing the idea of, like, going to even more mythologies. Yeah. But no, the Norse thing's definitely cool, and there's definitely at least one more game in Norse mythology. But at the same time, the idea of, like, going to another mythology sounds super cool. Damn it, really? That was horrible. Man, these credits are going and going, aren't they? Present day. Oh.
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Huh.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
Okay. So we got a post-credit scene. I was pretty much done talking about it. All the stuff anyways. Oh, okay. It's just back in. I mean, sure, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so we definitely have big hooks in for the next game. And I like how they're just like, oh, Atreus just had a, like, vision of the future. And, like, Thor showing up. I wonder how that will actually play out in the next one. Anyways. I'm going to wrap this series up here. I hope you enjoyed the adventure as much as I did. And hope you'll join me for my next adventure. Bye!